Hi, my name is Kari Jurgenson, and I'm a P.E.O. Scholar Award recipient. I've always had a passion for education and learning. When I was a young girl, I loved going to school. I loved learning new things and trying new challenging problems. My favorite subject in school is math, and it still is. So I knew early on that I wanted to be a math teacher. So I pursued a degree in math education from Concordia College in my hometown of Moorhead, Minnesota. And then I immediately pursued a master's degree in education from the University of Missouri. Upon completing my education, I started teaching middle school and high school math. So I taught sixth grade and seventh grade math all the way up to Algebra 2 and AP statistics to juniors and seniors. So it's quite the variety of different math classes, but it kept me on my toes and I just loved teaching and working with my students. Something that I learned while I was teaching was I also had an interest in working with current teachers and people that want to become teachers and teaching them the best ways to teach mathematics to their own students. So I decided to pursue doctoral studies in mathematics education at Iowa State University. And it was in my time at Iowa State that I learned about PEO. I had a friend and a colleague at Iowa State who was part of a local PEO chapter. And she told me about the organization and its mission in supporting women and pursuing their education further. And it just sounded like such a wonderful organization. So as I completed my studies and progressed further in my program and began planning my dissertation research, I realized I would need some financial support in order to make the dissertation research project possible and make it the best possible project it could be. So I remembered about the PEO Scholar Award and began looking into that application process. I reached out to my local PEO chapter, Chapter NK, and worked with them on the application process. And Janet and Ellen in Chapter NK were amazing in that. Once I received the PEO Scholar Award, they invited me to several of their meetings and their social gatherings and their Christmas party. And they told me about an annual fundraiser that they have doing a garage sale to raise money for PEO. So I donated several items to that garage sale as well. So the women in Chapter NK were amazing. And it was so nice to have their support and know that they were in my corner as I was completing my doctoral studies. The PEO Scholar Award truly made my dissertation research possible. So my research project involved recruiting several fifth grade teachers to teach a STEM unit to their students. So the STEM unit involved science and technology and engineering and math, pulling all of that together in one unit of study. And the kids in this process participated in science experiments and lots of real world hands on activities and virtual lessons. And then at the end of the month long unit, they worked with a small group of students to complete an overarching engineering challenge where they pulled together all of the things that they had learned throughout the unit. And so the PEO Scholar Award helped me recruit teachers and compensate them for their participation in the research project. It also allowed me to buy all the supplies that was necessary for the teachers and students to engage in the unit. And I was able to provide them with ready-made kits with all the supplies that they would possibly need. And it also allowed me to purchase the technology that I would need to conduct the research I did in their classroom with videos and interviews and things like that. And then lastly, I spent some of the PEO Scholar Award on transcription services, which helped make the research process a little more efficient and allowed me to spend more time writing the dissertation and spending more time on other aspects of my education as well. So it truly, truly made this work possible. I plan to continue in this line of research by working with teachers in their classroom and their students and providing opportunities for them to engage in mathematics and STEM education in a really engaging, rich way that follows the best practices, and finding opportunities to work with teachers and teach them the best ways to teach math to their own students. So potential opportunities that would be available for this line of work would be in a role as a faculty member at a university or working with the State Department of Education or as an educational specialist in mathematics. So the PEO Scholar Award, I am so grateful for receiving, and I'm so thankful that PEO offers this type of award and funding for women to further their education. Not only has it helped my doctoral educational pursuit, but it has also helped the students that I worked with in their education, providing them with these opportunities to engage in rich mathematical activities and STEM opportunities. So thank you, PEO, and especially to Chapter NK for making this possible. I appreciate the work that PEO does so much. So thank you. Thank you again for the PEO Scholar Award.